Hello everyone. So today let us talk about moving tickets in Jira. Now in Jira, of course, we have this option to move a ticket. Now you can actually move a ticket from one project to another, and you can also do it for the same project. For example, let us say you want to move your bug to story, or story to bug, or story to task. So basically, when you move in Jira an issue, you have the option to move it to a different project and issue type. Now this feature of moving issue in Jira is there. It has been there for rare cases, basically when you make a mistake. And let me give you an example. Let us say you have a team, let us say a software development team, and they raise a bug. Basically, when there is a bug, you realize that it is not really a bug, it is more about something that you need to develop. So you can actually move it to story. So you can do that, and it is perfectly all right, because when the person who is raising this issue is not aware of the type of issue type that they have to select, they can do it in the wrong issue type. And you have the option to move it. Now the thing is that because this feature is there in Jira, which is quite useful, people use this feature of moving issue as part of the process. And let me give you another example where people use this moving feature as part of their process. Let us say you have a service desk. Now when you have a service desk, you all know, I'm sure you all know that in Jira service management, you can have one project mapped to one portal. So each and every project will get its own portal, and the way it works is, let us say you have one JSM project with 3 issue types, or maybe 4 request types. Let us say 3 issue types and 3 request types. Let us keep it very simple. So your request type could be service request, your request type could be incident, your request type could be, let us say, maybe another kind of service request, maybe urgent, or some major incident, right? Let us say you have 3 service requests, or not service request, but 3 request type on the portal. Now when the person is raising this request, they will of course go to the portal, but you may have a different team altogether who is working on let us say major incidents, or maybe who is working on change management, or who is working on problem management, or maybe a specific type of service request. Now this is actually a limitation, or in a way inability of Jira service management, where you have to raise a project directly within one project. So there is no way to basically select a request type from the portal, where if you raise change management, it will go to change management project. Of course you can use help center, but help center is not really ideal in all cases, because it can be confusing, because the person who is raising this request might not know which help center or which portal to select, because within one help center you will have multiple portals. Now the problem is that although you have this situation where people are raising tickets, you may want to still move the tickets to the right project. So you can do that. You can do that by, of course, moving the tickets, and you can have basically someone who is doing the first level of, or maybe someone is doing triage. They can move the ticket to the right project. But if you make it part of your process, then it will mess up your reports. And moving an issue is not really always straightforward, because when you move the issue from one project to another project, you have to ensure that the target project has all the configurations, it has all the necessary customizations that you want to do. Maybe, I'm talking about the configurations mainly, with basically the workflow or issue type, not issue type, but the fields. So basically you need to know, or you need to basically have an agreement with the target project type. And this moving issue, although number one, you have to ensure that the target issue type is compatible. Number 2, you also have to ensure that whenever you move the issue from one project to another project, the report will be messed up. For example, if you're looking at your pie chart or a queue or whatever report that you're looking for, on day 1 you will have 10 tickets, on day 2 you will have 0 tickets, and those 0 tickets are basically it will disappear from your dashboard. So it is probably not really ideal, because when you're looking at a report, you want to see the progress. You want to basically, when you report on something, you report on a scope, or you report on a time frame, you report on maybe a sprint, or you report on how much work you did in 1 month, you report on the trend, or maybe how good your team is performing. But if your issues disappear completely from your dashboard because you moved them, or someone moved them from another from one project to another project, then it is in a way weird, because one day your dashboard had 100 items, and the next day you want to see out of those 100 items what is the status of or what is the progress, how much work you delivered. But if you notice one day 100 and another day 50, then something is wrong, right? So moving will never really work with reporting properly, and moving should be there only for rare cases, only for cases where the person who made a mistake. And if you still want to move, then I think Jira is not really the right tool. If you're just if moving is part of your process, like you are relying on moving all the time, then something is wrong. Something is wrong with your understanding of using Jira, because moving should not be part of your issue life cycle. All right, that is it. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much.